Tonight, startling data on mental health. More than 60% of children with major depression do not receive treatment. And that's why we've launched a series of reports called Breaking the Stigma, Children and Mental Health. And one of the struggles is finding the proper care. And experts say for many people of color, it is difficult finding professional help from someone of the same race.
CBS 2's Cindy Hsu reports on a program that's getting more minority high school students interested in the field.
Shaniqua Moore is kicking off the first mental health career class at Health Opportunities High School in the Bronx, the same school she graduated from years ago.
Sometimes if you have a parent that has depression or a mental health disorder, being in that environment, you could be more likely to also get a mental health disorder.
Moore grew up in the South Bronx in poverty and surrounded by crime.
I was exposed to a lot. Community violence, unfortunately seeing people that I grew up with murdered. A lot of them are probably not here today because they didn't make it. Now it's time to take that experience, turn that pain into triumph, and transform lives of kids that are going through the same.
And Moore triumphed. She earned a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in social work from Columbia University. Then 11 years ago, she started the nonprofit I Raise, a mentoring program for young girls 9 to 18 living in NYCHA housing in the North Bronx. It's now grown into an organization that's reached more than 15,000 students through multiple programs, setting historically underserved boys and girls on the path to success. The latest effort is this class at Moore's high school alma mater, a safe space for students to talk and learn about mental health. Senior Gerard Hagan was pleasantly surprised.
I've been in a lot of different settings where people say it's open and people have their own ideas, but this one really had, conversation and back and forth kind of topics.
I feel like the class was really amazing. I got to open up with the teachers. Even though this was my first time, I really look forward to this class.
In this weekly class, students will talk things out, learn to recognize mental illness, and find out ways to help others and themselves. They'll also learn what it takes to pursue a career in mental health, where there's a great need for professionals of color.
When they are connected to a therapist of color, they're more likely to do better in therapy for many reasons. One of the reasons is because therapists of color knows what kids of color are going through. Lived experiences is very powerful. It's something that can't be taught in education or in school. I want to see them from high school graduates to going into college, to them calling us and saying, we finished, I'm going into psychology or into social work or into counseling. I want to see that the program actually create access for them.
In the Bronx, Cindy Hsu, CBS 2 News.
If you or someone you know need help, there's help available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can also text that number or chat online at 988lifeline.org.
And for more information and resources, go to cbsnewyork.com and click on Breaking the Stigma. We say it all the time, but exposure in terms of that program makes the difference for so many people.
It really does. It's simple when you talk about it, but it's harder, but that woman making a difference.
Truly.